So I need a volunteer that knows about business cards. Or I'm sorry, about playing cards. Who would like to volunteer?
What do you need to know about playing cards?
Huh?
What do you need to know about playing cards?
The colors, the suits, numbers. Come on up here. Give him a big hand. What's your name?
Ifty.
Huh?
Ifty.
Efty?
Yeah.
Efty, I'm Dal.
Efty.
Nice to meet you,
Nice to
Efty.
meet you.
So you do know about playing cards?
Yeah.
So how this game works is you're going to have to listen to me.
Okay.
If I ask you a question, you answer it wrong, you're going to have to give me $1 million Dell bucks.
Okay.
So you start off with 5, and I start off with 5.
Okay.
Now, Efty, every time you say yes, get back over here. I'm not going to bite you. Every time you say yes, I collect $1 million Dell bucks.
Okay.
What a handsome guy, isn't it? Now, Efty, are you familiar with a deck of cards?
Yeah.
There's 1 million. No, you don't pay me unless you don't listen. Efty,
No.
in a deck of cards, there's 2 colors, isn't there?
Yes.
And those 2 colors would be,
Red and black.
who said it? Now, Efty, can you pick one of those for me, please? Red or black?
Let's go red.
Red, awesome. Now, in the red, there's 2 suits, isn't there?
Yes.
Can you name one of those suits for me, please? The diamonds or the hearts, Efty?
Hearts.
Hearts. And if you take them away, what are you left with, Efty? Absolutely, isn't that right?
Yep.
Now, in the diamonds, we're going to have face cards and number cards. Wouldn't you agree? And can you name one of those for me? Face cards or diamond? Or, I'm sorry, face cards or number cards, Efty?
Face cards.
And is it okay if I break them in 2 groups?
Yes.
So we got a Jack, Queen, and a King Ace group, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we are in the diamonds, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Man, I got 2 there and only collected 1. Now, can you name one of those groups for me, please, Efty? The Jack, Queen, or the King Ace?
King Ace.
And if you take it away, what are you left with, Efty?
And you're left with Jack.
You are, aren't you? Now, between the Jack and the Queen of Diamonds, can you pick one of those for me, please?
Jack.
Diamonds, is that right? Are you sure?
No.
You're sure, aren't you?
Yes.
Well, there's another one. What's the card, Efty?
Oh, that's good actually. Jack of diamonds.
Give him a big hand. Now, I'll... So, I need a volunteer, somebody who knows about playing cards. Who would like to volunteer? We'll be here a long time, man.
It's been a long time since I played cards.
Huh?
It's been a long time since I played cards, but I know a little bit about cards.
Come on up here, David. Give David a big hand for being the victim. I mean, volunteer. So, David, every time in my game that I get you to say yes, I get $1 million Dell bucks. If you can catch me saying the same question the same way twice, I have to give you $1 million Dell bucks. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Now, there was one, wasn't it? Thank you, David. Now, in a deck of cards, there's 2 colors, isn't there?
Yes.
And those colors would be
Red and black.
red and black. Who said it? And I got another yes when he said there's 2 colors, wasn't there? I wasn't. Scott, man, you're supposed to help me out here. Now, can you name one of those for me, please? Red or black, David?
King.
Did he listen?
Oh, red.
See, right there in my game, he'd have to give me $1 million Dell bucks because he didn't listen.
So I'm in the hole already.
You're in the hole already.
Oh.
But you'd start off with 5 million, but you'd be down to 4, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I'd be down to 4.
There's another one, isn't it? So, between the red and black, can you choose one of those for me, please, David?
Red.
Red, awesome. Now in the red, we're going to have 2 suits, isn't there?
Mm-hmm.
And those 2 colors those 2 suits would be what, David? Hearts and diamonds.
Hearts and diamonds.
Wouldn't you agree?
They are hearts and diamonds.
I tried.
Can
I
you
tried.
You're doing good, man. Can you name one of those for me, please? Hearts or diamonds?
King. Hearts.
Hearts. Fantastic. Now, in the hearts, we're going to have face cards and number cards.
Okay.
Isn't that right?
Yeah, you do have face cards and number cards.
Can you name one of those for me, please? Face cards or number cards?
Face, king.
Did you listen? Can you name one of those groups for me, please? Face cards or number cards?
Oh, number cards.
Okay, and if you take those away, what are you left with, David?
Face cards.
Absolutely. Now, is it okay if I break them up in two groups?
Yes.
Now, I have a Jack Queen and a King Ace. Isn't that right?
Uh-huh.
Can you name one of those groups for me, please? Jack Queen or King Ace, David?
King ace.
And if you take that away, what are you left with?
Jack.
You are, aren't you?
Yeah.
Now, between the Jack and the Queen, can you name one of those for me, please?
Jack.
Jack of Hearts?
You didn't ask what.
Well, we're in the Hearts, aren't we?
Yeah.
So you want the Jack of Hearts?
Jack hearts.
What is that, David?
Oh shit.
Give him a big hand. See, the thing you get it by now. If you say it, they doubt it. If they say it, they believe it's true. All you got to do is get them to say it. Well, I learned this from J. Douglas Edwards when I was 15 years old. He said this, but he didn't tell me how. I had to figure out how. The more minor agreements or yeses you get in your presentation, the harder it will be for the client to say no when you go to close the sale. The encyclopedia company spent $250,000 from Stanford University to get this. So, Jay, have you been in any of my other classes? Do you know anything about cards? Playing cards? Well, I can't pick on Jay. Darn it, Jay. Who knows about playing cards? No?
I'll give it another shot, man. See if-
No. Who knows anything about a deck of cards? I need help.
I'll help you go.
Come on up. Give John a hand, everybody. Now,
I've done this before, so.
he knows what I'm going to do. See, my daughter, come on over here. My daughter did it. Well, we screwed up. So anyway, I changed the cards. Well, she's supposed to be trying to help me, so she tries to stump me on purpose. I have it on video, right? But I still got her. She's like, so my son, she's busting up. Well, Dad, what are you talking about? I stayed up the other night to have a game. It's called the selling card game. It'll teach you how to get them to say yes. It'll teach you how to get them to say it, and it's a process. Now, John, you're familiar with it. Now, here's how the game works. He doesn't listen. He's the buyer. Two people in your store, they got to go through the entire training so you understand. So if I say something twice the same way, for example, you want to make money, right?
Right.
It's important to you, right?
Yeah. Relatively.
See, right. Change the CD. It's skipping. Now, so he has to listen to what I say. So if I ask him a question, for example, I say, can you name either face cards or number cards, or I'm sorry, John, face cards or picture cards?
The same.
That's what you told me way back when.
Oh, right.
So I'm messing with him, and he picks something else. Then he has to give me $1 million bucks. So he starts off with $5 million bucks. I know, I'm more handsome in person, but that's a whole nother story, isn't it? So there's 5 for him, and I start off with 5. So every time I get John to say yes, I get $1 million bucks. If he busts me, though, if he's listening, and he can catch me, repeat myself, he could take $1 million of my Dell bucks. Of course, at the end of the game, whoever's got the most, then it goes back and forth. Whoever's got the most Dell bucks wins. Now, when I go to your store, did I give you the money where if you said a nasty word, you know, you heard somebody catch it, it cost you?
No, I don't think it was that. It was the card thing.
Yeah, okay. So, John,
narrowing it down, but by option 2.
so what this is that I qualify my customer. I find out what's important to him. So we're going to pretend that this card is what's important to him. Now, what I got to do is lead him to the card. Now, John, you're familiar with the deck of cards, aren't you?
I am.
And in that deck of cards, there's 2 different colors, isn't there?
There is.
And those 2 colors are what?
Black and red.
Who said it? Huh?
I did.
Now, between the black and the red, can you choose a color for me, please, John?
Red.
And if you take that away, aren't you left with black?
I am.
Now, in the black, there's going to be 2 different suits, isn't there, John?
Yes, there are. Yeah, right.
Man, I'm getting fat already.
Wait, how do I get money on this?
If you catch
What am I
me,
supposed to be doing?
if you catch me saying the same question the same way twice.
Oh, okay, like don't you.
Right. See,
Right.
he remembers the training. Isn't that right? Oh, there's another one.
This game is rigged.
It is, isn't it?
It is.
There's another one. Now listen.
So funny.
Now we got spades and clubs, don't we? On the blacks.
I'm trying to call it. So. Yes.
Okay. Now can you name one of those for me, please? Spades or clubs?
Clubs.
Clubs. And if you take it away, what are you left with, John?
Spades.
Now we have face cards and number cards. Wouldn't you agree?
I would.
And can you name either the face cards or the number cards for me, John?
Like one category or the other.
Yeah.
Number cards.
Number cards. When you take them away, aren't you left with face cards? Now, is it okay if I break them up in 2 groups?
Sure. I mean, no.
Now you're going to be tough on me, aren't you?
I like having.
Oh, here we go. Man, I don't have any more money to pull from, John.
Yeah, take it anyway.
So in the number cards, we'll have a Jack-Queen group and a King-Ace group. Okay? Can you name one of those groups for me, please? Jack-Queen or King-Ace?
King Ace.
And if you take it away, what are you left with, John? Now between the Jack of Spades and the Queen of Spades, can you name one of those cards for me, please? And eliminated, what do you have?
Queen of Spades.
That's right, isn't it? What's the card, John? Give John a big hand.
There you go. There's some more money for you.
Oh, thank you, John.
$5 million.
$5 million.